What's up, guys? So this is going to be my trailer breakdown for Season 3, Episode 3 of Supergirl, which is entitled Far From the Tree, and I feel like that's going to be a double entendre, but we'll get to that later. First, let's watch the trailer.
If you're going to Mars, Kara's going with you.
Going back would be a suicide mission.
Yep.
This was your home?
I'm the only green Martian left.
No. There's another one. We came all this way to fight alongside you. This is bigger than you know. I'm sorry, Jean.
It's me, Father. Supergirl. All new episode Monday at 8, 7 Central on the CW.
So right from the get-go, we learned that this episode will focus on on John Jones going to Mars, and I think it's awesome. I think it's great that we have another episode where John Jones is the main character of it, basically. But last episode, it ended on Ms. Martian asking John to come to Mars, and to be honest, I did not expect it to be the main focus of this episode. I expected it to be like maybe he goes in a future episode, or maybe it's gonna be like a side plot in this episode. I didn't expect this at all, and I think it's great. But what I don't get is, why are they getting into a car? They can both fly, and they're going to Mars. You can't drive to Mars. It doesn't make sense, and hopefully they explain it. Maybe John Jones has to, like, John Jones, but like his alter ego, who is named Hank Henshaw. You could probably tell that there was a cut there just because I couldn't think of the name right there. But anyway, he's probably gonna have to go somewhere, get some connections to get onto the spaceship that we see in a later shot. So there's a really cool shot of a spacecraft flying out of Earth and then soaring over the surface of Mars, where you can see in the background some kind of vehicle, which I think is called a rover with an American flag in it. So in this Earth, in this universe, America has already gone to Mars, and that's actually pretty cool because I just read The Martian for a book report. It was a great book, and in that, it's like 20 years in the future, and America has gone to Mars, and it seems like here, they've already gone to Mars, and they used that spaceship that John Jones and Supergirl are now in to get there, and that ship is probably really, really fast. But that also confirms my suspicions that it's Hank Henshaw who's using his connections to get onto that spaceship. We find out that Martian Manhunter is not the last Green Martian on Mars. But, like, for people who don't follow news on the Arrowverse or Supergirl, this would have been, like, a big reveal for you. But most people already knew it because there was a casting for somebody named Mirren Jones. I think that was his name, Mirren Johns. And that's actually the father of Martian Manhunter. And what's cool about that is he's being played by this guy. This guy voiced Martian Manhunter in the Justice League and Justice League Unlimited TV shows. So I think that's a really cool casting. Supergirl does it a lot. They casted Dean Cain. They casted whoever played Lois in the same TV show as Dean Cain. She's playing Rhea. They also casted Erica Durance for this season. Supergirl does that a lot, and they're doing that again with Martian Manhunter's father. So there's a shot of Miss Martian being punched and then flying to the wall, and you could tell, if you pause it, that the guy punching her is black. So that means he's either John Jones or John Jones' father, and he's in chains, and I definitely think he's John Jones' father. And the reason he's punching her is because he knows he's a white Martian, and he obviously hates white Martians to no end. He doesn't know that there are some good ones, and like he can't be convinced that there are some good ones unless a green Martian tells him that. And since he thinks he's the last Green Martian left, he doesn't think any white Martians are good. This is what I'm predicting will happen. What will happen is we'll find out that the white Martians have the Green Martian chained up, and then Miss Martian will explain to Martian Manhunter why he's chained up, because if he's not chained up, he will probably attack the white Martians, so he has to be chained up. But on the other side, I'm pretty sure she called Martian Manhunter to Earth for two reasons. First, to convince Mirren, I think his name is Myron Jones, to work with them, and two is also to help them fight against other white Martians who are bad. And we see Supergirl punching one of them later. I'm not going to talk about that because there's nothing to talk about. So what I said before is that I think that the title of this episode, Far From the Tree, is a double entendre. If you don't know what a double entendre means, it means like a word or like a sentence that means two different things, or is like talking about two different things. So far from the tree is obviously shortened from the apple doesn't fall far from the tree. So what I think about that is that obviously it's talking about John Jones' father, Mirren Jones, but I also think it's talking about friggin' Rain and her daughter. I feel like we're gonna learn that Rain's daughter has superpowers in this episode. So like the apple doesn't fall far from the tree. I mean, if she is her daughter, that means she's half Kryptonian or whatever Rain is, and so she's gotta have superpowers. Actually, fun fact, I think the title of this episode actually has triple entendre because I just looked at the description of this promo. So it says that Eliza throws Alex and Maggie a wedding shower, which causes Maggie to reach out to her estranged father. So I'm not really excited for that, but it does give another meaning to the title of this episode, Far From the Tree. Maggie and her father. I actually think it's more likely to be Maggie and her father and John Jones and his father. That's obviously confirmed. So it's more likely to be a double entendre than a triple entendre. Now that I read that, I actually don't think Rain or Ruby is gonna get her powers, or maybe she'll never get her powers, but I don't think she will get her powers in this episode if she ever does. Because like, I was thinking it would be a really cool title for a double entendre, and it is a double entendre, so they don't need to do a triple entendre, but I think it would be cool. So what do you think about the trailer? Let me know in the comments down below, and don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Thanks for watching.